Tackle junkies, what's going on, fellas? Sorry for the road noise, but let me tell you something. We got a goal today. Stick around. All right, guys. The goal for today is to catch one fish. Okay, let me tell you why. Each year I try to break my record. Okay, like first fish of the year, first fish on each lake. Now, my first fish overall last year came on, excuse the helicopters too. Okay, my first fish last year came on February 28th. This year came on March 1st. Okay, so I missed it by a day. Now, my first fish on this lake last year came on May 17th, which is on Friday. I'm filming this on Wednesday, but I gotta work tomorrow and Friday is my anniversary. So I should be going out with the wife, but if I don't catch fish today, you better believe it, I'll be on the lake because I wanna beat this goal for catching my fish this year before I did last year. So anyways, enough talking, let's get to it. It's about, I don't know, 10:30, 11 o'clock right now. And we had thunderstorms this morning. It was pouring around 8 o'clock. So I gave it a little bit to see if the lake wouldn't be so muddy. Of course, I was wrong. I'll show you guys the spillway once we get down the dam here. But I'm sure it is rolling over. For those of you that are new to the channel, this is a Bass Tracker Pro Team 175 TXW. It is a 2009. I've had this boat for, well, since brand new, 2009. That's a little joker, I can feel you. You can play with it all you want. But I'll go ahead and put a boat tour down below. If you guys want to see how the boat's rigged up, feel free to check that out. Hey guys, I always complain how dirty this lake is, and really it's a terrible it's a terrible lake to fish. I don't ever say what lake it is just because there's enough pressure on this lake and I don't want to add to it. But I'll tell you what, this lake is where I really learned to bass fish, and no matter how bad it is, I love this lake. I mean, it was much better years ago. There's things that's happened to this lake that's made it, you know, not as good. But we won't get into all that. But you know, if I were to ever move away from this lake, you know, I would definitely miss it. Are you seeing that? Are you seeing that? That is a long cast. Oh, wait. Is that a fish? It is a fish. We did it. We did it. Oh, he came off in the boat. Victory. We did it, boys and girls. Little joker bass. We did it. Little joker bass. That's all it took. One little bass. One little bass. We are on the board for this lake. We beat last year's record. So Becca, we can now go out Friday and see John Wick 3 for our anniversary. All right, guys, that little joker was caught on the XB1 square bill from Excite Baits. Man, more brush. Round bends are a brush magnet. I mean, you're still gonna get snagged up with a EWG style hook, but you get snagged up a lot less with that style hook versus a round bend. I like a round bend, you know, top waters, jerk baits, anytime a fish is gonna slap at the bait, just because with those hook points tipped out, you get a little bit of hookup. But when you're cranking and they're eating it, that's not my concern. you know, I'm concerned about not getting snagged up that much. And with those EWGs, the hook points tipped in, you just get snagged up a lot less. I'd say the lake is it's a tad flooded. Man, that water is rolling. All right, guys, 2 hours later, still one fish. We hit the dam. We hit this side of the interstate. Again, only the one fish on the dam so far. I did switch colors. I was using like a shad pattern. Now I'm using like a red craw pattern. This is from Excite Baits. Both crankbaits that I've used today, the one that I caught the fish on and this one here, both the XB1 square bill from Excite Baits. And what's different about it compared to other square bills, it has a weight transfer system with a tungsten rattle. If you guys can hear that. It's a little bit different sound compared to the ones that I'm usually using, so maybe it'll pick off a few more fish. As of right now, it's not really looking like the square bill bite is on, but we're gonna hit a couple more spots to see if we can pick up a few fish on the old square bill. Again, I'll link these down below if you guys want to check them out. But you guys know this is how I like to fish, so we're gonna hit a few more spots to really see if that square bill bite is on, if maybe I'm in the wrong spots, or what the deal is. With water temps being around 67, 68, I'd imagine it's full-blown spawn here, could even be post-spawn. But I could maybe not even be fishing shallow enough. So again, if I can't get bit over here, we're gonna slow down with a worm or something like that. But hopefully we can pick off another one or two over here. I bet I could hit that point from right here. Right on it. I don't know if you guys can see that, right on the point. Pretty sensitive rod too. You can tell when you're hitting mud bottom, when you're hitting rock, when you got a little leaf or something on your hook. Ooh, that was a fish. See, he's right on that rock, I bet. I bet I'm not fishing shallow enough. And when it's this muddy, normally they're nosed right up to whatever it is they're around, whether it be rocks, stumps, laydowns, whatever, just to feel safe, just because they can't see. And again, I'm a few feet off the bank, but I bet I need to be right on the bank. That's kind of hard to do on the dam just because there's a lot of wood on the dam, a lot of brush and a lot of wood. But I bet that's what it is. I bet I'm not fishing shallow enough. That most likely I'm fishing too fast, just like I always do. But yeah, guys, I'm using a new rod from Piscifun. A lot of you guys are interested in the reels, so I got one of those spooled up as well. And I thought I'd go ahead and pair those reels with Piscifun rods. The one we're using today is the Serpent, so a new offering from them. I also picked up the Torrent, which we'll talk about in another video. But this particular rod here, it's a cranking rod. Ooh, I thought that was a fish. That was some brush. But this particular rod here, oh man, that's a snake. Get away, get away, get away. I'll change the subject. I was shooting a video, it was a while back, but I was in a cove. I put the power pole down, and as soon as I put that pole down, this snake came out of the rocks and went right for that pole. I hurried up, put that pole up, and I got out of there. I do not like snakes, and there's a lot of snakes in this lake, unfortunately. All right, guys, before we were rudely interrupted by the snake, we're talking about this rod here, and you can pick up these rods at Piscifun, which I believe they only carry a 2-piece version, but you can get a 1-piece at Amazon, which I'll link them both down below. But this particular rod, again, it's a cranking rod. It's a 7'4", a little bit longer than what I'm used to, but that extra length, guys, man, it gives you a much further cast. I mean, I was pretty shocked. The only other longer cranking rod that I used to have was a 7'6", and to be honest, it was a little bit stiffer than this rod. It didn't cast as far as this 7'4" here, but I'm using 16-pound line. And this actually is not Seaguar InvisX. You guys know I'm a huge Seaguar guy. Love the InvisX, but Fanatic Tackle wanted me to try out their fluorocarbon. So I spooled this one up this morning. So far, so good. Again, it's a 16-pound test, a little bit bigger than what I normally use. I normally use 15-pound test, but I believe the diameter is really close. So really, it's about the same diameter line compared to what I normally use. But again, no issues with that line either. So we'll talk about that later on. But again, this combo here, man, it casts really, really far. Again, we got the Piscifun Phantom X here in a 5.3. Good gear ratio for crankbaits and things like that. I think what I'll end up putting on this combo, just because it casts so far, is probably 12-pound test. And I'll probably use this for like DT10s and things like that. That will definitely get me the distance to get down to 10 foot, no doubt. You know, when you're looking for depth, you need that long cast. And you can probably get away with a little bit heavier line if you have a rod that can get you that distance. But typically, you know, if you're looking for depth, usually you want around 12-pound test. But I'd imagine with a line that has a small diameter, like InvisX 15-pound test, with this rod, with a long cast like that, I'm sure I could get down to that 10 foot, no problem at all. But again, it's a 7'4", and it's got a nice soft tip to it. And that's what you want, obviously, in a cranking rod. You know, that softer tip, it kind of acts like a delay. So it lets the bass get the bait, you know, so you don't pull it away, but it also helps you fight the fish. You know, it keeps them pinned, that softer action, you know. Because when a rod unloads, you know, I'll go ahead and show you guys here. You know, that's the soft action right there, soft tip to it. And when a rod unloads like that, okay, you put more pressure on the hooks when it loads back up, okay? So if a fish like jumps out of the water, let's say the rod unloads, when it loads back up, it's more stress on those hooks. That's when you could lose that fish. Man, there's another snake right in front of me. I feel like I'm in like a pit of snakes. And I keep losing my train of thought. But what I was saying is, yeah, when a rod unloads and loads back up, that's when you have a chance to lose the fish, because again, you're putting more stress on that hook. But with a softer action rod, it keeps them pinned much better and it doesn't unload as easy. But that's really what you want when you're tossing, you know, crankbaits. But guys, it really is, it's a great casting rod. Again, it's very sensitive. Again, I can feel when I'm hitting mud, when I'm hitting rock, you know, hard bottom, soft bottom, when there's something on the hooks, you can feel that. I believe it's around 90 bucks or so, don't quote me on that. But again, I was a little bit hesitant to get it just because of the length, because normally I throw a 7-footer, and normally I'm paralleling the banks like I am now. But again, no problem at all, you know, being able to sidearm the cast right down the bank and all that. But I'm definitely liking it so far. Now this rod, it loads at 3/16, it maxes out at a half. And the bait that I'm using, I'd imagine it's probably, I don't know, 3/8, 7/16, it could be a half. And normally when you get to the max weight on a rod, normally the rod is kind of sloppy. It's not as accurate. And even with this weight on this rod, I mean, it's very accurate, makes a nice, good cast, long cast. So no problem at all handling, again, 7/16, half ounce, whatever this crankbait is. But I'm definitely impressed with the long distance cast. Again, very accurate. And I tell you what I really like about the rod is the grip here. Like that rubberized grip on it, very, very nice. Kind of tacky, so you should definitely have some grip, like in wet conditions and all that. But very comfortable rod. And I tell you what, seems like it has a shorter grip to it. It doesn't seem like it's that long. Again, I didn't measure it, I didn't even compare it to my other rods. But what I'm getting at, it doesn't even feel like a 7'4". To me, it feels like a 7-foot rod in hand. So, which is nice too. Normally like your flipping rod or something like that, which is longer, you know, 7.6, something like that, you can tell that you have a longer rod in your hand. And this particular rod, it feels like I'm tossing a 7-foot rod, you know. It's very comfortable to fish with. And again, the reel, guys, I know some of you guys wanted me to review these reels, which I'm not going to review a reel after using it a couple times. I'm going to use it for quite a few months to get some wear on it, to let you guys know how it is before you go out and purchase it. You know, I don't want to tell you it's good, and then you go buy it and then it falls apart. But first impressions on rod and reel are very high. I mean, they feel solid. The reel feels really solid. Again, nice long cast. And this 5.3, which is nice, it has a little bit deeper spool. So again, I'll go ahead and link them down below. the square bill rod reel. If you guys want to check them out, feel free. But for those of you that are curious about the Piscifun equipment, no doubt in my mind, I would say that they're going to hold up for a while. And guys, they got great reviews. There's a lot of guys that use them. There's even pros that are sponsored by Piscifun. I mean, they're not going to use junk, and I'm not going to recommend junk to you guys either. You guys know that. So there's a lot of gear that I would say comes to the channel, but never really makes it out on video. So I'm not going to promote junk. You know, if I wouldn't personally buy it with my own money, I'm not telling you guys about it. So with these right here, no doubt in my mind that you'll dig them for sure, especially for the price, guys. There has to be more than one stupid fish. I'm not looking for a smart one. Just give me another one of the stupid ones on this dam. It's got me a little worried though, because normally this dam it's the juice, you know? It's juicy. Oh, wait. Fight her out. Yeah. It's all right. It's a joker. But that's two. Two on the Excite Baits XB1, one on the shad pattern, one on the craw pattern. The old Piscifun Serpent Phantom X. Doing work. I know they're little fish, guys, but hey, my goal was still met today. I did it. I succeeded. Victory. Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? All right, chatterbait. You know it. Picasso shock blade, plasma tail. That is the deal, I'm telling you guys. If you have not used the plasma tail, what are you doing? Boom! First cast. And it's a fat face. Man, you better stay down. Oh man, no, it's not that fat. It's not fat, but it's better than anything else I've caught. Man, that was nice. That was nice. I'll take it. The old chatter. The old chatter. You better chill out, young man. How about that one? Not too bad, man. Not too bad. Too bad at all. Heck yeah, man. It's probably 2.5. Chatterbait, plasma tail. Okay. Thank you, baby. And as I was saying, I'm telling you, man, if you have not tried the chatterbait with the plasma tail, you're missing out, dude. You're missing out. The old chatter could be the deal. Not a big one. Another one on the shock blade. Picasso lures, shock blade there. Biospawn lures, plasma tail. Remember guys, use code TJ81, biospawn.com, 20% off. And you can also save 30% if you join Karl's Club. Free 30-day trial, link down in the description. A lot of you guys ask why I net all my fish. And to be honest, guys, in this muddy water, you can never see how they're hooked. So instead of boat flipping them and possibly losing them, I just net them. And I use the Ego nets. A lot of you guys ask which net I use, which I have a review on those nets, which I'll link down below as well. All right, guys, I think we're gonna call it a day. You know, started out pretty slow. It got even slower. Something told me to pick up that chatterbait. And we picked off a couple better fish than what we caught previously. So, you know, if I wouldn't have done that, most likely I wouldn't have had those couple better fish. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Again, sorry for the road noise. Hopefully my mic isn't picking up that road noise too much. Anyways, appreciate you guys watching. Again, I'll drop some links down in the description. Definitely check them out, as well as some videos that I'll put down there as well. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Smash the thumbs up. See you guys on the next one.